Hi friends, welcome back. Here in this video I am going to solve one question related to moment. This question is very helpful for 10th class students, 11th class, 12th class and students belongs to mechanical engineering with the discipline mechanical and also students belongs to mechanical engineering related to diploma. So let's continue. Question says find the reactions R1, R2 and R3 in the case of two beams. Here two beams are there. One beam is designated by AB and another beam is designated by CD. Two beam, one is placed over another and loaded as shown in the figure. Different types of load are there. I think one forces, one load is 6 Newton here acting at point A at the extreme end of this beam AB. Another point load is acting whose magnitude is 10 Newton as a distance of 40 plus 30, that is 70 mm from the leftmost end. One more point load is acting whose magnitude is 8 Newton as shown in the figure. So first of all I would like to draw the FBD, that is free body diagram for this loaded diagram for this beam. So it would look like as, suppose I am taking AB, beam AB. So for AB, FBD of beam AB, so it would be, this is the beam at a distance of 40 mm. First of all 6 Newton is acting at the extreme left end of this beam AB. So I have shown here 6 Newton acting at the point A here. Okay, now at a distance of 40 mm from the left end, one reaction force here I have left, one reaction force is R1, another reaction force is R2 and the third one is R3. So R3 is the reaction force acting at a distance of 40 mm from the left end of the beam AB. So R3 is the reaction force acting at a distance of 40 mm from the leftmost end, and 10 Newton force is acting in downward direction at a distance of 30 mm from this point, 30 mm. One more reaction force in vertical direction is R2 acting at 50 mm from this point, and for the beam CD, reaction force R1 is acting at the rightmost end at point D, and 8 Newton force is acting at a distance of 50 mm from the leftmost end of this beam CD. So remaining distance is, length is 100 mm here. Now this is what a sphere or a roller is placed. This beam AB and CD is attached with this roller. So a roller is placed between these two ends, between these two beam. If we consider this beam CD, then due to the presence of this beam AB, CD is not falling down, and CD and AB are placed one over another with the help of this roller. So beam CD is having some weight. Due to this weight or different types of vertical load are acting at this beam, so due to this different types of load acting, beam CD would act or would apply some reaction force on the beam AB in vertical direction. Let's suppose this reaction force is R. As we know, equal and opposite forces must be applied, equal and opposite reaction forces must be applied by this beam AB on CD according to Newton's third law of motion. So here I am showing at point C reaction force C at point C reaction force R is acting. This reaction force is acted by this beam AB, and this reaction force R is acting or applied by this beam CD. I think FVD is over. So now to find R1, R2, R3, one more unknown quantity, that is R, is introduced here. So to find the value, since body is in equilibrium, both beam are in equilibrium, so we can say, since for I am taking first beam CD. So for beam CD, since beam is in equilibrium, therefore here there are three vertical forces are acting, no one horizontal force is acting on the beam. So summation of all vertical forces equals to 0. Let's suppose vertical forces is acting on y direction and horizontal force is acting on x direction. So we can say summation of all forces acting in y direction is equals to 0. Here, according to sign convention, if we are assuming the downward forces is taken as positive, then upward forces, that is R and R1, its sign must be taken as negative. So we can have 8, and this is what, negative minus R minus R1 gives 0. Now while transposing this R into right hand side, then it becomes R equals to 8 minus R1. Let us suppose it is equation number 1. Now since the beam is in equilibrium, it is not rotating in either clockwise or anti-clockwise, so summation of all moment about any point, at the point generally we are considering the point of moment at which one or more than one force is acting. So if I am considering point C, or point at which 8 Newton is acting, or the point 8D at which R1 is acting, then result would come out as a same value. So I am considering here moment center C about which body is not rotating or body is rotating. So summation of all moment about this point C is equals to 0. It means what? The beam is not rotating or the beam is not having rotational tendency either in clockwise or in anti-clockwise, because each and every moment created, by, or the each and every forces which is having a tendency to create the moment about this point C must be cancelled to each other, so that its rotational tendency would be eloped. Now, so if I am considering taking summation of all moment about point C is equals to 0, so R is acting through this point moment center, so there is no effect moment would be produced by this force R. 8 Newton is acting at this point at a distance of 50 mm from this moment center, so it will create a clockwise moment, and R1 is creating anti-clockwise moment. I am considering clockwise moment as a positive and anti-clockwise moment as a negative, then 8 multiplied by 50. So we can say 8 multiplied by 50, and I am taking minus sign for this moment created by this force R1. So minus R1 multiplied by, what is the total distance from the moment center with the line of action of this force, that is 100 plus 50, 150. So 150 gives 0. I am taking here, transposing this R1 multiplied by 150 into right hand side, then it becomes plus, and R multiplied by 50 it becomes it is as it is. So we can say 8 multiplied by 50 equals to R multiplied by R1 multiplied by 150. Therefore R1 equals to 8 multiplied by 50 upon 150. 53 ja. It means what? R1 equals to 8 upon 3 Newton. Once we get the value of R1 as 8 upon 3 Newton, putting value in equation 1, we will get the value of R. So we can say from 1, R gives 8 minus 8 upon 3. that is 8 3 are 24 minus 8 upon 3, which is equals to 16 upon 3 Newton. It is not a part of our question, but with the help of this R, while solving a non-reaction force, that is R2 and R3 for the beam AB, it would help you. Okay, so now considering beam AB, considering beam AB. See, my dear student, if I am considering beam AB, since the beam is not beam is in equilibrium, since beam is in equilibrium, therefore summation of all forces acting in y direction is equals to 0. There is no horizontal forces acting, so why we would choose horizontal forces and summing it to 0? No, this is what meaningless and time wasting. So one force 6, I am considering downward force as a positive and upward force as a negative. So 6 acting in downward direction, it is what taking positive, plus 10 which is acting downward direction, so I am taking as a positive, plus R acting downward direction taking positive, R3 and R2 minus R3 gives equals to 0. Okay, so now 6 plus 10, and I have already find the value of R, which is equals to 16 upon 3. So 16 upon 3 equals to, while transposing this R2 and R3, it becomes R2 plus R3. Okay, so now R2 plus R3 equals to 6 3 ja 18, 10 3 ja 30 plus 16 upon 3. Therefore R2 plus R3 gives 18. I am calculating with the help of calculator. We can I have 18 plus 30 plus 16 equals to 64. 64 upon 3. Let's suppose it is equation 2. It is relation 2. Now again I am taking point B as a moment center for this beam AB. Okay, so now summation of all moment about this point B is equals to 0. While there is no rotational tendency for the beam AB, either in clockwise or anti-clockwise, it means rotational tendency is balanced. So considering clockwise moment as a positive, so for the beam AB, R2 will create a clockwise moment and R3 will create also clockwise moment, and remaining 6 Newton is producing anti-clockwise moment, and 10 Newton is also producing anti-clockwise moment. So I am considering clockwise moment as a positive. So R2 multiplied by, what is the distance? This is what, 40 meter, 40 mm. So 40 mm. So R2 multiplied by 40 plus R3 multiplied by, what is the perpendicular distance between the line of action of the force and the moment center? That is 40 plus 50, 90 plus 30, that is 120. And anti-clockwise moment is taken as positive, negative. So 10 multiplied by, what is the perpendicular distance from this point? So 50 plus 40, that is 90, minus 10 into 90 minus 6 multiplied by perpendicular distance between the line of action and the force. Line of action of the force and the moment center is 40 plus 50, 90, 30, 120 plus 40, that is 160. 160 gives 0, or 40 multiplied by R2 plus 120 multiplied by R3 gives, while transposing this into right hand side, then it becomes 900 in plus with plus and plus 960, which is nothing but 1860, or 40 R2 plus 120 R3 gives 1860. Now from here R2, we can say R2 equals to 64 divided by 3 minus R3. This we are considering as a equation number 2. So putting the value of R2 here, we can say 40 multiplied by 64 upon 3 minus R3 plus 120 R3 gives 1860. while solving this question, so it becomes 25 2560 upon 3 minus 40 R3 plus 120 R3 gives 1860, or while transposing this into right hand side, then it becomes negative. So 80 R3 equals to 1860 minus 2560 upon 3. Therefore R3 becomes, while solving this, we will have R3 equals to 151 divided by 12 Newton, which is approximately equals to 151 upon 12.58 Newton. Now R3 we have, and R1 we have got, R3 we have got. One more unknown quantity which we have to find here, R2. So putting the value of R3 in equation 2 here. So from 2, R2 equals to 64 upon 3 minus R3. R3 we have got 151 upon 12, whose value is R2 is equals to 35 upon 4, approximately equals to 8.75 Newton. Okay, so now therefore R2 equals to 8.75 Newton. Here we have got R1 which is equals to 8 upon 3, or we can say 2.67 Newton approximately, because it is non-terminating but repeating. So I have taken approximately value 2.67 while rounding up 2.67 Newton for R1, and R2 value we have 8.75 or 35 upon 4 Newton, and R3 value we have 151 upon 12 Newton, which is approximately equals to 12.58 Newton. So this was all about the unknown reaction forces R1, R2 and R3 for this diagram or for this question. At the end, if you find my video very helpful, you also like, comment, subscribe our channel and share it among your friends and family. Thank you for watching my video.